All right, folks. So I do have the unfortunate duty of informing you all our good friend, fellow racer, Ron Watson, has passed away. I'll remember him for his positive attitude, for being a very welcoming, kind person. I would like to ask you all in joining me in a moment of silence for Ron Watson. Thank you. So tonight, to honor Ronnie, we're going to leave the one spot on the grid blank for every main event. Whoever top qualifies will line up on the 2, second place car on the 3, and so forth. Full scale racing, they do a pace lap. It's known as the missing man formation. You do the pace laps without a car lining up in the first spot. So we're going to do a variation of that tonight to honor our buddy, Ron Watson. All right, folks, we're going to proceed with the racing action here. Race number 1 is going to be Theo, Kareem, Joe, George, Anthony, and Rich. Turn marshals will be my drivers from race number 4. That'll be Bryant, Kevin, George, Brian, Jeff, and Jordan.
10 car 10.
Today. Yeah. Yeah. You know it's coming, but yeah, it doesn't suck any less. Right, yeah.
Joe Colicchio.
Yeah.
Anthony Zachiglowski. Rich Bright. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
All right, we got our marshals out there, got our cars out there doing laps. All right, looks like you guys are ready to go. We're going to go, well, got one down the corner, get that put back on its wheels. All right, folks, we're going to do a live loop start here. Keep on going. When you cross the line, your time will begin. Okay, fastest opening lap goes to Kareem at a 15.3. Got Rich going 16, George in 18, everybody else in the 20s. But the race is still young. Careful back straight, guys. Careful on the back straight. That's getting cleared up. All right, folks, our running order right now. George, Rich, Kareem, Anthony, Joe, and Theo. We're 1 minute down.
5 minutes left.
Tell my wife I love her.
All right, we're a minute 15 down. 4:45 to go.
Yo.
All right, folks. It's going to be Joe Colicchio now to the front on a 21.15 for pace. Got George Laxon at 20 flat. Theo on the 20.09. Rich at 19.15. Anthony in 18. Kareem on the 16. We got a minute 45 down. 4:15 left. This is round 1, race 1 of Wednesday Night Racing. All right. right, folks, we're going to be hosting the Roar Region 12 Carpet Off-Road Championships
4 minutes
this weekend. We do a track change on Saturday night, and we'll be racing Sunday. Gates open 7:30. Careful at the end of the straightaway, guys. Careful at the end of the straight. We're going to be opening gates Sunday 7:30. Qualifier round 1 will start 10:30. Nice and early. We got 225 down, 335 left. Right now it's Colicchio out front, 2105. We got George 2003, Theo 1901, Rich 1908, Anthony an 18 flat, Kareem on a 1719. Fast lap of this one, George Laxon 16-1. All right, we got 3:10 to go, drivers. Almost halfway through race number 1. Careful on the left side, guys. That is clear. 3 minutes in.
3 minutes left.
Colicchio 5 seconds up on Laxon. Laxon 8 ahead of Lynn. We got Theo 5 seconds up on Anthony. 2:45 remaining here. All right, got Laxon now on a 21 lap pace, so Joe going 21:01. Got George at 21:12, Theo on a 20:12, Anthony 19:02, Rich 19:15, Kareem on a 17. We got 2:30 remaining, drivers. All right, 2:20 to go. Race number 1 on track. And we got someone going bodyless there. We're approaching 2 minutes left. So it's Joe out front, followed by George, Theo, Anthony, Rich, and Kareem.
2 minutes left.
Bodies are so overrated.
Yeah, they just weigh you down, right? Could be. That's going to be George Laxon. He does not have time for a pit stop here. He is in the second spot, trying to maintain that pace. 1:40 to go, drivers. I think my car actually does make minimum weight without a body. I run a lightweight body in my car with the body. It's about 1490 something. So it's kind of close. Got 1:15 to go, drivers. I did get a new car in my stable. Actually, a couple new ones. One of them being a stadium truck. So Friday night, hopefully I can whip that thing out and do some laps.
1 minute left.
All right, 5 down, 1 to go. Right now, George 21:08. Joe also 21:08. We have a battle to the finish here. George Laxon taking advantage of the enhanced cooling and lower weight. All right, one of our leaders coming up on Anthony there. Thank you, thank you. Oh, careful, Anthony. Don't run him over. 25 seconds to go. All right, George, Joe, Theo, Anthony, Rich, Kareem, your full running order. 15 seconds left. Looks like Laxon now with a bit of a lead. Careful, guys. Be careful. Got 5 seconds left. Keep on going, drivers. Do not stop until you hear the computer say your name.
George Laxon done. Anthony Zachiglowski done. 10 Quartet done. Joe Colicchio done.
All right, 2 more. Dos Mas.
Rich Bright done. All drivers
And
are
that
finished.
will be a race, drivers. It's going to be
Kareem
George
Abdul-Jabbar
going
done.
21:08. Got Joe at 21:13, Theo 20:06, Anthony 19:07, Rich an 18, and Kareem also an 18.
The race is completed.
All right, folks, I'm going to need all drivers from that race to come on out and turn marshal, please. Up next, race number 2. That'll be Ryan, Martin, Jimmy, Lucas, James, and John.
Lucas Sichiglowski. John Milio. James Colicchio. Ryan R. Randall. Martin Arroyo.
All right, got my marshals making their way to the track.
Jimmy Blackwell.
Careful in the middle, guys. Careful at the front double. All right, we got John Milio unveiling some new paint. Wet paint. Don't touch. All right, folks, we're going to get this party started here. Well, we'll get that car cleared, back on its wheels. All right, we're going racing, guys. All right, we got James opening this one up, 16-4. Lucas going 16-5. Ryan 16-1. Got Martin going 17-4. A couple of our guys having a little bit of rough luck on lap 1, but we still got 5:25 to go. Long race ahead, drivers. Ryan Randall going 15-6. He is in the mix, driving the silver bullet out there. Yeah, Lucas driving the pink and purple. The mauve and magenta. 55 seconds in, 5:05 to go. Right now it's
left.
Ryan, Lucas, James, Jimmy, Martin, and John, your early running order. Fast lap so far, Ryan R. Randall out of 15.6. Minute 15 down, 4:45 remains. Ryan right now 23:08 for pace. Got Lucas 22:11, Jimmy 22:11, James a 21:02, John a 21:08, and Martin a 21:12. Got 130 down, drivers, 4:30 remaining. All right, Jimmy going 15.7, Lucas a 16.4, James a 16.1. Those are those racers' fastest laps so far in this qualifier. Got a minute 50 down, 4:10 to go. Ryan currently 2.4 ahead of Jimmy. Jimmy 0.1 ahead of Lucas. Lucas 1.4 ahead of James.
Left.
James 2.8 ahead of John. John 2.5 ahead of Martin. Got 3:55 remaining, drivers. Race leader driving the silver. Second place is going to be the orange and green. Third place car going to be the pink and purple. Got 2:15 down, 3:45 remaining. All right, Ryan Randall now 22 flat for pace. Jimmy 22:04. Lucas 22:08. Got James on a 21:01. John a 21:03. And Martin 21:14. 3:15 remaining, drivers. All right, folks, we're coming up on 3 minutes in.
3 minutes left.
Ryan currently 1.9 ahead of Jimmy. Jimmy 2.5 ahead of Lucas. Lucas 3.4 ahead of John. John 5.4 ahead of James. James 0.1. Actually, Martin 0.1 ahead of James at this point. Yeah, 3:15 down, 2:45 remaining. Jimmy now on top of the leaderboard by 0.3 of a second. So yeah, Jimmy 22.06, Ryan 22.07, Lucas 22.11, John 21 flat, James 21.08, and Martin 21.10. Careful in the middle, guys. Careful in the middle. It's getting cleared up. 2:15 remains in this race. This is race number 2 on track. All right, we will be racing this Friday as well. Friday racing starts at 7 p.m. If you're going to be later than about
left.
6 o'clock, please give us a call in the shop. Let us know you are on the way, and we'll get you signed up. Careful at the end of the straight, guys. Careful into the straight. All right, that is clear. Minute 45 remains. Ooh, one of our leaders taking a little tumble there. Minute 40 remaining. So right now your leaderboard looks like Jimmy, Lucas, John, Ryan, James, and Martin. Yeah, Jimmy 22.05, Lucas 22.11, John 21.03, Ryan 22.04. Sorry, 21.04. Got James 21.08 and Martin 20.01. A minute 15 to go, drivers. 75 seconds left.
One minute left.
Careful getting onto the back straight. That looks to be clear. Right now, Jimmy 22.08 for pace. Lucas at 22.11. John 21.02. Ryan 21.05. James 21.06. And Martin 20.03. 35 seconds remain, drivers. Jimmy, Lucas, John, Ryan, James, and Martin. Closest battle right now. Got John 1.9 ahead of Ryan. Ryan 1.1 ahead of James. 25 seconds left. Race number 3. Be ready to go, guys. Ten seconds remain. Make it count.
James Colicchio done. John Milio done. Jimmy Blackwell done. Martin Arroyo done.
All right, that'll be a
Ryan
race,
R.
guys.
Randall
Everybody's
done.
now finished.
All drivers
Jimmy
are
taking
finished.
that round, going 22.08. Lucas 22.10. John 21.02. Ryan 21.07. James 21.08. And Martin 20 flat. All right, folks, I'm going to need you all to come on out and
The
turn
race is
marshal.
completed.
Up next is race number 3. Race number 3 will be Art, Brian, Steve, Brandon, Nelson, and Cliff.
AJ Cardinale. Brian Merck. Steve Loom. Banders. Cliff Loom.
All right, I may need some turn marshals, please, if I can get all my drivers from that previous group.
Nelson B.
All right, I'm looking for Jimmy, Lucas, John, Ryan, James, and Martin, if I can get all you guys to the track. John Melio, I'm looking for you. All right, well, say his name and he appears. All right, we're going racing, guys. All right, Nelson starting us off at 16-0. Steve going 15-5. Brian 16-2, Art 16-3. Cliff going 16-3 as well. And Brandon a 16-7. All right, we got 35 seconds in. These guys working on lap 2, some of them on lap 3 already. All right, everybody now working on lap 3. 2 laps in the books, got Steve out front, followed by Nelson, Cliff, Art, Brandon, Brian. 55 seconds in, long race ahead, drivers. Ooh, Cliff Leung throwing down 15-4. Got Steve going 15-3. Nelson 15-6, Art 15-6. Brandon a 16-0. So right now it's going to be Nelson B on top of the leaderboard. Careful after the front double, guys. Good to go. Minute 20 down, 4:40 left. Nelson 20:03, Cliff 20:05, Steve 20:06, Art 20:09, Brandon 22:06, and Brian 21. Got 130 down, 4:30 remaining drivers. Nelson B up by just 0.2 of a second. Got Cliff 0.3 ahead of Steve. Careful on the left, careful on the left. That's getting cleared up. Well, Nelson this time around, half a second ahead of Cliff. Cliff 0.2 up on Steve. Steve 2.5 ahead of Art. Art 1.9 ahead of Brandon. And Brandon is 4.8 up on Brian.
4 minutes left.
All right, you heard the man. 2 down, 4 to go. $210 down, 350 remaining. All right, Nelson now 0.3 ahead of Cliff. Cliff 0.8 ahead of Steve. We got ourselves a battle out front. Nelson's pace right now 23:02. Cliff 23:04. Steve 23:07. Art 23:12. Brandon 21 flat, and Brian 21:10. Got 3:25 remaining here. This is race number 3 on track. Nelson B that time by 15-2. Yes, it's true. Oh man, that same thing happens to me too, Nelson, when I hit that spot. I think if I get one wheel on the tape, it just kind of, yeah, it's trouble. 3 minutes in.
3 minutes left.
All right, we got Nelson B 23:03. Cliff Leung at 23:05. Steve going 23:10. Art 23:15. Brandon 22:16, and Brian looking at a 21 right now. Careful, last double, guys. Be careful. All right, 3:30 down, 2:30 left. Nelson on at 23:03, Cliff 23:06, Steve 23:10, Art 23:15, Brandon 22:16, Brian 20:05. We got 2:15 remaining here, drivers. Two minutes to go.
2 minutes left.
Nelson 2.9 ahead of Cliff. Cliff half a second ahead of Steve. Steve 4.5 ahead of Art. Art 11 ahead of Brandon. And Brandon 11 ahead of Brian. Oh, Brian cracking the 15s, going 15-9 last time by. Minute 40 to go, drivers. Whoa. That was a slow roll. A minute 30 to go, drivers. A minute 20 remains. Nelson 3.6 ahead of Cliff. Cliff 0.1 ahead of Steve. Steve 5.2 ahead of Art. Paces, we got Nelson on a 23.04. Steve a 23.09. Cliff also 23.09. Art going 23.16. Brandon a 21.04. Brian a 21.17. Well, Brian Merck going 15.5 last
left.
time by. Starting to get those tires broken in. All right, 55 seconds to go. 45 seconds. This is race number 3 on track. Brandon Anders also cracking the 15s, going 15.99 last time by. Careful, back straight. That is clear. 20 seconds remaining, drivers. Closest battle right now, Steve and Cliff Leung. Just 0.3 of a second apart. They've got the same pace and the same last name. 5 seconds to go. They come down to the finish. Cliff versus Steve here. Good teamwork.
Nelson B. done. Brian Merck done. Steve Leung done. Banders done. Cliff Leung done.
All right, Uno Mas. And
All
that
drivers
will
are
be a
finished.
race.
AJ Cardinale
Nelson B
done.
resets TQ 23.04. We got Cliff 23.07. Steve 23.08. Art 23.14. Brandon 21 flat. Brian 20.04. All right, folks, moving into race 4.
The race is completed.
Thank you.
Kevin Allen. Too Soon Jr. George Lynn.
All right, we got Bryant Mirafuente out here, fresh off his A-main appearance in Stadium Truck. He was part of that team that went
Jordan
to Nationals.
Rivera.
Ryan's got you.
Gunther.
All right, let's get our drivers from that last one out here. All right, looks like I got everybody. Got Ryan Randall starring as a more hairy Brian Merck. Yeah, we got substitutes, all good.
Just dock him a lap in the main.
Hey, why am I in the D-man?
All right, folks, looks like you are ready to go, so we're going. All right, opening lap from Mirafuente at 14.8. Lynn going 15.0, Gross 15.2, Rabara 15.0, Miranda 15.4, Kevin a 16.0. Got 30 seconds down. All right, lap 2 for Mirafuente, 14.6. He is in the mix. George going 14.8. Brian with a 15.2, Jordan 15.0, Jeff a 15.4, and Kevin 15.1. All right, 50 seconds in, drivers. Gross going 15.2, Miranda now 15.1. Oh. And go.
5 minutes left.
All right, 105 down, 455 remains. Mirafuente now going 14.5. He's looking alive. Right now we got Mirafuente 25.13 for pace. Lynn on a 25.14 right there with him. Rabara 24.11, Miranda 24.12, Gross at 23.02, Allen 23.04. Got minute 30 down, 4:30 remaining. All right, George Lynn now 25-14. He's 2.5 ahead of Bryant. Bryant 1.2 ahead of Jordan. Jordan 0.2 ahead of Jeff. Jeff 0.9 ahead of Brian. Brian 1.5 ahead of Kevin. Got 2 minutes in.
4 minutes left.
A little trouble for one of your leaders there. Got 2:05 in, 3:55 remaining now. And the leaderboard looking a little different now. Got George on 24:01, Jeff 24:13, Brian 24:15, Jordan 23:05, Brian 23:09, Kevin 23:10. Careful in the middle, guys. Careful in the jelly roll. All right, that is clear. We got 2:30 down, 3:30 remaining. George Lynn out front, driving the all orange all the time. Mira Fuente driving the blue and yellow. Jordan Rabar now up to the 3, driving the white, magenta, and gray. We're 2:55 in, 3:05 to go. Got George 24:01.
3 minutes left.
Bryant 24:14, Jordan 23:02, Jeff 23:04, Kevin 23:07, Brian 23:10. Got 2:50 remaining, drivers. George, Brian, Jordan, Jeff, Kevin, Brian. Everybody here 23 laps or faster. Careful up front, guys. Careful up front, up front. Landing a double up front. That is clear. 2:25 remains. George 1.1 ahead of Brian. Brian 4 ahead of Jordan. Jordan 0.3 ahead of Jeff. Jeff 4.5 ahead of Brian. Brian 0.3 ahead of Kevin. Got 2:15 remaining, drivers. All right, drivers, we got 4 minutes down. And
2 minutes left.
George 24:08, Bryant 24:12, Jordan 23:03, Jeff also 23:03, Brian 23:09, Kevin almost on a 23. Minute 45 remains. Minute 30 to go, drivers. George, Brian, Jordan, Jeff, Brian, Kevin, your full order. Jordan Rabar that time by 14.9. Doing just fine in the 3 spot. Minute 15, drivers, 75 seconds left. George 24:06, Brian 24:08, Jordan 23:01, Jeff 23:02, Brian 22:01, Kevin 22:03. 1 minute remains.
1 minute left.
Bryant now just 0.03 ahead of George. George 6 seconds ahead of Jordan. Jordan 0.1 ahead of Jeff. Jeff 12 ahead of Brian. Brian 2.5 ahead of Kevin. 45 seconds left, drivers. Make it count. "30 seconds remain." Well, 15 seconds now. Five seconds left. Keep on going, drivers. Don't stop early.
Too soon, Junior done. Goomba done. Jordan Rivera done. George Lynn done. All drivers are finished. Rice cakes done.
That'll be a race, guys. Bryant Mirafuente with the 24:05 taking TQ. Got George 24:13. Jeff 2301, Jordan 2305, Brian 2312, Kevin getting 20 in the books.
The race is completed.
All right, folks. Let's get round 2 started at 7:15. 7:15 for round 2.
Kevin Allen. George Lynn. (15-3). 14-9. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. 15-2. 14-9. 19-6. 14-7. 23.8. (15-6). 26.9. 15-2. 37.7. 18-9. 15 flat. 26.2. 16-1. 15-5. 15-9. 16-7. 15-1. 15-1. 14-9. 15-8. 14-8.
All right, folks, it's about that time. We're going to start calling up race number 1. Do a few more laps, John. All right, race number 1 going to be George, Joe, Theo, Anthony, Rich, and Kareem. Turn marshals will be Brian, George, Jeff, Jeff, Jordan, Brian, and Kevin.
Anthony Zachiglowski.
Need a little help up front, please.
Rich Bright. Joe Colicchio.
And if you were wondering where your drink was and you were marshaling by the driver's stand up front,
John,
it's right there.
John. There's a rule if you get a new
George
paint, you have
Laxon.
to get clean wheels and make them match.
Ten car 10.
I'm not sure, maybe white.
Hey, chill, bud. Chill. Need a little help in the middle, please. A little help in the middle. Careful in the middle, guys, going up the ladder.
Whoa. Bro, that car was over there.
Careful at the end of the straight, guys.
That's a weird one, dude. All the way over here.
Careful up front, guys. Careful up front.
Right.
All right, if I can get everybody to the corner before the straightaway. Everyone to the corner before the straight.
Can't pull over anymore. He's already pulled over all the way.
All right, starting order for round 2 will be George, Joe, Theo, Anthony, Rich, and Kareem. Please wait for your name to be announced. All right, folks, we are going racing with George on the tone. Joe, Theo, Anthony, Rich, and Kareem.
Oh my God.
Anthony, chill, buddy. All right, 35 seconds in. Oh, careful on the left, careful on the left. That's clear. All right, work together, drivers. Good teamwork there, Rich. All right, 45 seconds in.
Oh my God.
We got George Laxon out front, 21 flat. Joe on a 21 flat as well. Got Theo 20 flat now.
5
Kareem
minutes
going
left.
17:01. Anthony a 16:03, and Rich also 16:03. All right, 105 down, 4:55 remains.
Crash.
A minute 15 in, 4:45 left.
Nope.
Careful on the straight. That is clear. $130 down, 4:30 to go. George Laxon just reset fast lap at a 16.2. His pace now 22.13. Got Joe 20 flat, Theo 20.13, Kareem on 19.11, Anthony 18.04, and Rich 17.12. Got a minute 50 down, 4:10 to go. Stay
4
calm,
minutes
buddy.
left.
Stay calm. Don't have to yell at the marshals. They know you crashed. That actually really irritates some people. We got 2:15 down, 3:45 to go. Careful up front, guys, going up the ladder. All right, 2:25 down, 3:35 left. George Laxon, wow, 9-second lead at this junction of the race. 22:10 in the works. Got Joe 20 flat, Theo 2013, Kareem 2018, Anthony 1918, and Rich 18-17. Yeah, 2:45 down, 3:15 to go. $3.10 remains. George, Joe, Theo, Kareem, Anthony, and Rich, your full running order at this junction of the race. 3 down.
3 minutes left.
George 13 ahead of Joe. Joe 4.5 ahead of Theo. Theo just 1 second ahead of Kareem. Kareem 8 seconds up on Anthony. Anthony 10 seconds up on Rich. $2.40 remaining, drivers. Careful into the straight. That is clear. George Laxon, another 16-2. He is driving that blue and purple with the lime wheels. $3.40 down, 2:20 to go. Got a leader coming up on some traffic here, driving the blue purple lime wheels. Good teamwork. A little trouble for your leader. Oh, getting center punched.
2 minutes left.
We got 1:50 to go, drivers. George, Theo, Kareem, Joe, Anthony, and Rich, your full running order. All right, comparing this to the previous round, George going a little bit faster, looking to gain 3 spots on the grid. Kareem looking to pick up a couple spots on the grid as well. And we got Theo possibly picking up 1 spot. 1:25 remains. Keep it smooth, drivers. Keep it smooth. 1:20 to go. George 22:15, Theo 20:02, Joe 19 flat, Kareem 19:03, Anthony at 19:14, Rich 18:16.
1 minute left.
All right, you heard the man. We got a minute to go. A minute to win it. 50 seconds remain, drivers. 5:02 to go. All right, 35 seconds left. Got 20 seconds remaining, drivers. Ten seconds left, guys. Don't stop early. Keep going until you hear the computer say your name. Whoa. A little bit of an unintended wall ride there.
10 quartet done. Joe Colicchio done. George Laxon done. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar done. Rich Bright done.
All right,
drivers
that'll be
are
a race,
finished.
guys.
Anthony
It'll be
Zaczkowski
George going
done.
22-14. Theo a 20 flat. Joe a 2011. Kareem going 1906. Anthony 1916. Rich 1809.
Race is completed. Jimmy Blackwell. James Colicchio. John Milio. Ryan R. Randall. Lucas
Need a little help at the
Tchaikovsky.
rollers, guys. Got one down at the rollers. I need a little help, please. If I can get all my drivers from that last group to come on out and turn marshal, please. All right, got a little repair going
Martin
on.
Arroyo.
All right, waiting to see if James is going to make the start on this one. I'm still looking for some turn marshals, please. I can use my drivers from that last group. All right, looks like they're getting that car back together, so James will be joining us in just a moment. All right, go ahead and do a lap here, and then we'll get them lined up. So let's get everybody to the corner with George. Everybody meet George. All right, guys, stay right there. All right, starting order will be Jimmy, Lucas, John, Ryan, James, Martin. Wait for your name to be called, please. Jimmy, Lucas, John, Ryan, James, and Martin. All right, we got Lucas at 16-2, Ryan 16-2 as well, Jimmy 16-3, Martin 16-6, James at 17-2, John 17-9. 35 seconds in the books. All right, 45 seconds in, 2 laps in the books. Right now it's Ryan, Martin, Lucas, John, Jimmy, James. Jimmy Blackwell just resetting fastest lap out of 15.5. First car in this group in the 15s in this
5
qualifier.
minutes left.
Martin Arroyo is 16-2. Right now it's Martin out front, followed by Lucas, Jimmy, John, Ryan, James. Right now Martin 0.2 ahead of Lucas, Lucas 0.4 ahead of Jimmy, Jimmy 2 ahead of Ryan, Ryan 0.01 ahead of John, and John 1 second ahead of James. All right, still pretty close here, folks. A minute 30 down, 4:30 left. Jimmy B out front, 1/10 ahead of Lucas right now. Lucas 2 ahead of Ryan. Ryan 0.6 ahead of John. John 0.2 ahead of James. James 3 ahead of Martin. Got 4:15 remaining. Paces, we got Jimmy at 22 flat. Lucas 22.01. Ryan 22.08. John 22.12. Got James 22.15 and Martin on a 21. Got 2 minutes down, drivers.
4 minutes left.
Careful on the left, guys. Careful on the left. $2:15 down, 3:45 remains. Jimmy on top of the leaderboard, driving the orange and green machine. Got Ryan in the 2 spot, driving the silver bullet. Lucas driving the lilac and purple. Got John running. New paint tonight. reminds me of Rigo's car with blue. Like if Rigo decided to add blue to his paint job, that would be it. Looks good though. I like it. Got 255 down, 305 to go.
3 minutes left.
Blue and orange are John's colors. We got 255 remaining. Jimmy Blackwell out front, 22:01. Got Ryan, 22:03. Lucas, 22:05. John, 22:12. Martin, 21:03. And James, 21:03 as well now. Got 235 remaining, drivers. Careful in the middle after the rollers. 2 down after the rollers. Be careful, guys. Be careful, guys. After the rollers in the middle. Be careful, guys. Oh. Ouch. Got 220 remaining, guys. So Jimmy falling back a bit. Ryan Randall taking over the top spot. Careful in front of the driver's stand, guys. Be careful. Careful getting onto the back straight. That is clear.
Left.
2 minutes to go, drivers. Minute 45 remains. Right now, Ryan R. Randall out front. Minute 40 to go. Ryan on 22:06. John 22:10. We got Lucas 22:15. Jimmy 21:02. Martin 21:07. James 21:17. Fastest lap going to Jimmy at a 15:5. Got Ryan at 15:8. Lucas going 15:9. John 16:0. James 16:0. Martin right there 16:1. Yeah, minute 15 remaining. All right, drivers, got 4:55 down. Oh.
1 minute left.
Oh, man. Got 55 seconds to go. $45 seconds left. Ryan continues to lead this one. About 6 seconds up on John. John 1.4 ahead of Jimmy. Jimmy 5.5 ahead of Martin. Martin 0.9 ahead of Lucas. And Lucas about 6 seconds ahead of James. 30 seconds left, drivers. Got Ryan Randall going 15:7 that time around. Jimmy Blackwell going 15:4. So Jimmy B back to the 2 spot. Backing it up with another 15:4. He's looking for more. Careful in the middle, guys. Got one down in the middle. Got 5 seconds to go, drivers.
Jimmy Blackwell done. Lucas Sichiglowski done.
Whoa,
James
careful on the back straight.
Alexio done.
That's clear.
Ryan R. Randall done. Martin Arroyo done.
Uno Mas.
All drivers are finished.
Okay, that will
John
be a
Melio
race,
done.
guys. Got Ryan Randall going 22:04. John Melio going 22:13. Jimmy going 21:01. Lucas 21:01. Martin 21:03. James 20:01.
The race is completed.
All right, we're moving into race number 3, folks.
You what? Oh, yeah.
I think you're a little taller, too.
Cliff Loop. AJ Cardinale. Vanders. Nelson B.
Hey, you can get him in the main, man. right, Merck is out there. Cool. All right, looks like I got all my marshals. Thank you all. All right, guys, starting order for round 2. Give me Nelson 1, Cliff 2, Steve 3, Art 4, Brandon 5, and Brian 6. All right, we're going with Nelson on the tone. Cliff, Steve, Art, Brandon, and Brian. All right, we're 30 seconds in. All right, it's going to be Nelson B out front. Merck, I'm not sure why, but your time is just now starting. All right, go ahead.
5 minutes left.
All right, Nelson B out front, 24 lap pace. 24:13 to be exact. Got Steve on a 24:13. Art 23:11, Cliff 22:05, Brian 20:02, and Brandon at 20:10. Nelson B going 15-1, and he's having fun. Oh, Nelson right now 1.2 ahead of Steve. Steve 1.9 ahead of Art. Art 1.4 ahead of Cliff. Cliff 6.9 ahead of Brian. And Brian 0.4 ahead of Brandon. We got a minute 40 down. Nelson B going 15-0. Way to go. He's driving the black and copper, making his way onto the back straight. Steve Leung holding down that 2 spot, driving the blue and green. Art Cardinale holding down the 3, running his signature multicolor ride. Careful in the middle, guys. Careful in the jelly roll. Yeah, 2:10 down, 3:50 to go. All right, 2:25 down, 3:35 remaining. Nelson B improving the pace, 24:11. Got Steve 23:04, Cliff 23:10, Art 23:13, Brandon 21:10, Brian 21:13. Got 2:40 down, 3:20 to go, drivers. All right, we're 2:55 down, 3:05 to go. Cliff Leung going 15-0 that time by. He's driving that green ride out there. Art Cardinale going 15.5 that pass. Got 3:15 down, 2:45 remaining. Nelson now 4 seconds ahead of Steve. Steve 1.2 ahead of Cliff. Cliff 2 seconds ahead of Art. Art 12 ahead of Brandon. And Brandon 3 seconds ahead of Brian. Got 2:35 remaining. Got 2:15 to go, drivers. Nelson, Steve, Cliff, Art, Brandon, Brian, your full running order.
Two minutes left.
All right, 2 minutes to go. Nelson, Cliff, Steve, Art, Brandon, Brian. Got Nelson on 23:01 for pace, almost on 24. Cliff on 23:06, Art 23:11, Steve 23:11, Brandon 22:14, Brian 21:09. Got a minute 40 to go, drivers. So Nelson currently 3 seconds ahead of Cliff. Cliff 3.7 up on Steve. Steve 0.8 ahead of Art. Art 11 ahead of Brandon. Brandon about 10 up on Brian at this point. Careful in the middle, guys. The jelly roll. All right, guys, getting cleared up. Yeah, just over a minute, drivers.
1 minute left.
Nelson 2302, Cliff 2305, Art 2312, Steve 22 flat, Brandon 2209, Brian 2108. All right, folks, 35 seconds left. Fifteen seconds to go. Don't stop early, guys. Wait for the computer to announce you done. Also, Marshall, stay on track until all cars are finished, please.
Nelson B. done. Cliff Lung done. AJ Cardinale done. Vanders
All
done.
right, stay out here, guys. Merck's going to go a little bit longer here. Some reason it didn't pick up his first lap.
Go, Merck.
It's all right, nobody's watching. No pressure.
All drivers are finished.
All right, that'll be a race, guys.
Brian Merck
Got
done.
Nelson 2302, Cliff 2303, Art 2312, Brendan a 2209, Brian 2103, Steve getting 18
The
in the
race
books.
is completed.
All right, we're moving into race 4. If I get all my drivers from that last group, I may need your help.
Kevin Allen. Rice cakes. Too Soon Jr. Goomba. Jordan Rivera.
All right, folks. We're going to get this party started with Bryant first, Jeff 2, Jordan 3, Brian 4, and Kevin 5. All right, folks, we're going to go with Bryant on the tone. Jeff, Jordan, Brian, and Kevin. All right, Bryant 15-1, Jeff 15-5, Jordan 16-0, BG 15-2, Kevin a 15-7. All right, we got 30 seconds in. All right, Mir Fuente 14-7. Yeah, 45 seconds in, 5:15 to go. Right now, Mir Fuente out front on a 25-lap pace. Yeah, Brian 24:09, Jeff 24:14, Kevin 23:02, Jordan 22:15. All right, if you enjoy this track
5
layout,
minutes left.
your last chance to enjoy it in terms of racing will be Friday night. Friday night will be the last race on this particular layout. Gonna do something a little new here for the the Roar Region 12 Off-Road Championships. All right, Brian Mirafuente going 14.4. That puts his pace out of 25.08. Got Brian on 24.08. Kevin 24.12. Jeff 24.15. Jordan 23.12. All right, 1:50 down, 4:10 to go. Oh, careful on the back straight. That's clear. 2 minutes down.
4 minutes left.
Got Mirafuente 25.09. Got Miranda 24.14. Allen on 23.02. Rivara 23.09. And Gross 22.10. 3:45 remains. BG going 15.0. Way to go. All right, 2:35 in, 3:25 left. Right now, Bryant 25.09, Kevin 23.09, Jordan 23.10, Brian 22.01, Jeff 22.01. 2:45 down, 3:15 to go. All right, 3 down, 3 remains. Bryant 13 seconds up on Jordan. Jordan 1 second ahead of Kevin. Kevin about 3 seconds up on Brian. And Brian 3/10 ahead of Jeff. Got everybody in this group 23 laps or better. 2:40 remains, drivers. Right now, Bryant almost a lap up on Kevin. Kevin 4/10 ahead of Jordan. Jordan 2 seconds up on Brian. And Brian 2/10 up on Jeff. Got 2:20 to go, racers. And closest battle right now could be Kevin and Jordan, just 0.4 apart. Previous lap, they were separated by just 0.009. Got Jordan 2.5 ahead of Brian. Brian 0.7 ahead of Jeff. We got 2 minutes to go. 2 to go. All right, 1:45 remains. Brian, Jordan, Kevin, Brian, Jeff, your full running order. 1:30 remains here. 90 seconds to go. Minute 20 remains. Brian, Jordan, Kevin, Jeff, Brian, your full running order at this time. 75 seconds to go. Race leader finds his way onto his lid. All right, drivers, we got 1 minute to go.
1 minute left.
.45 seconds to go. We got Bryant 24.04, Kevin 23.06, Jordan also 23.06, Jeff 23.07, Brian 23.08. All these guys within, wow, just a few seconds. Gonna come down to the finish here. 30 seconds left. $15 seconds to go. Five seconds left.
Goomba done. Too Soon Jr. done. Jordan Rivera done. Rice Cakes done. All drivers are finished.
All right, folks,
Kevin
that
Allen
will
done.
be a race. Bryant going 24:02, Jeff 23:04, Kevin 23:05, Jordan 23:05, and Brian 23:05. Yeah, that sounds good. Hey, Art, if anything ever happens to me, you're a race director.
Oh, yeah.
The race is completed.
All right, I'll come back to you guys in just a moment with the main events.
Joe Colicchio. James Colicchio.
All right, folks, we're going to take 2 bump ups from each lower main. That means I am going to need some volunteer marshals for race number 2. So our D man up first is going to be James, Joe, Theo, Kareem, Anthony, and Rich. Race number 2 will be Brandon, Lucas, John, George, Brian, Martin. Race number 3 will be Jordan, Brian, Steve, Art, Ryan, Jimmy. And race number 4 will be Bryant, Jeff, Nelson, Cliff, and Kevin. All right, yeah, we'll get racing started a little over 10 minutes. I got some stuff to do. I'll be right back.
Bull Jab R. 10 car Ted.
All right, if I can get a substitute marshal for Kevin, that'd be greatly appreciated. One of you guys can sub in for him, please. He's got a little bit of a project in the pits. Thank you, thank you. All right, folks, time for race number 1. That'll be James, Joe, Theo, Kareem, Anthony, and Rich. Top 2 make it to the C main. All right, because we are taking 2 bump ups, I will need a little bit of volunteer help for the next race.
Anthony Zachiglowski.
All right, if I can get my guys from the A main event, I'm going to need your help, please. All right, looking for turn marshals,
Rich
guys.
Bright.
I'm looking for Brian, Jeff, Nelson, Cliff. Looks like we're getting our marshals to the track. Oh, we got Cliff there, Nelson there, Jeff there, Ryan subbing for Kevin, and then let's get Brian up front. All right, folks, gonna line them up. So we're leaving the 1 spot blank tonight. James on the 2, Joe on the 3, Theo 4, Kareem 5, Anthony 6, and Rich 7. All right, grid is set. Marshals are ready. Drivers, best of luck. We are going racing here in less than 5. Here we go. Yeah, Colicchio leading them off. Oh, be careful, yeah. Gotta make the passes clean. Yeah, 20 seconds in. James. Wow, it's like he was shot out of a cannon here. A 1/10 scale cannon. Got Theo and Anthony battling for the 2 spot. Be careful. Hold on a second. Hold on, Anthony. You gotta wait for Theo. Wait for Theo. You gotta let him pass. There we go. Well, you gotta actually let him pass. There we go. All right, 55 seconds in. Right now, we got James out
5
front, followed by
minutes left.
Kareem, Joe, Theo, Anthony, and Rich. Long race ahead, folks. We're just 1:10 down with 4:50 left. Right now, careful back, all clear. 120 down, 440 remains. Right now, James and Kareem holding down the transfer spots. Minute 30 in, 4:30 remains. This time by James, 3.5 up on Joe. Careful turn 1, guys. Careful turn 1. That is clear. James 3 seconds up on Joe. Joe about a second up on Kareem. Kareem 1 second ahead of Theo. Although it looks like the roles have reversed. Got a minute 45 in. All right, go ahead, Rich. Oh, a little trouble there for James. Hold,
4
hold,
minutes left.
hold, 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 and go. James still out front. Need a little help getting onto the back straight. Thank you, Jeff. Oh, careful in the middle, guys. Careful in the jelly roll. Colicchio closing in on Colicchio. James, Joe, Theo, Kareem, Rich, and Anthony, your order. Got 2:30 down, drivers, 3:30 to go. All right, James going 16-0 that time by. Race leader driving the solid purple car. Second place going to be the blue and orange ride. Third place runner going to be the mustard yellow. Oh, Joe taking a tumble here.
3 minutes left.
All right, you heard the man. 3 down, 3 to go. James now 5 ahead of Joe. Joe 6 ahead of Theo. Gap's down to 3.3. Got Theo 8 seconds up on Kareem. Kareem 9 seconds up on Rich. And Rich 1 second ahead of Anthony. Well, looks like Anthony now taking over the 5 spot. Got 3:25 down, 2:35 to go, racers. James once again, 16-0, way to go. Backing it up with a 16.5, looking alive. Race leader over the rollers. We'll be coming up on Rich and Anthony next. Cool. Got 2:15 to go. All right, coming up on 2 minutes left, drivers.
2 minutes left.
All right, minute 50 remains. A little careful on the back straight. That is clear. We got Team Colicchio there on the left side of the course. That's going to be the purple ride as well as the blue car, orange stripe. Minute 30 remains, drivers. James now 2 ahead of Joe. Joe 5 ahead of Theo. Theo 10 ahead of Kareem. Kareem a lap up on Rich. And it looks like Anthony out of this one. Careful going up the ladder, guys. And that's clear. 1:10 remains. 70 seconds to go. For 5 minutes
1
down.
minute left.
James now going 16.9. Joe about to cross the line here. Gap between those drivers, 4.3. This time by, we got Theo 5 seconds back from Joe. 45 seconds left, drivers. "30 seconds remain. "20 seconds to go. "10 seconds left. Got race number 2, our C group, coming up next.
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar are done. 10 Quartet done. James Colicchio done. Rich Bright done. All
That'll be a
drivers are
race,
finished.
guys. So making it
Joe
to
Colicchio
the
done.
C group, going to be James and Joe. Our podium for the D group podium is going to be Theo, Kareem, and Rich. Theo, Kareem, and Rich, please grab your cars and head to the podium. All right, folks, up next is our C
The race is
main
completed.
event. All right, I will need a couple of volunteers for this race since we are bumping up 2. All right, this one is going to be Brandon, Lucas, John, George, Brian, Martin, James, and Joe.
Manders. Brian Merck. James Colicchio. John Milio. George Laxon. Lucas Sichiglowski. Joe Colicchio. Martin Arroyo.
All right, folks, I am going to need some turn marshals, please. All right, I'm going to need some volunteers as well. This is race number 2, the race I need a little bit of help on. All right, guys, we're going to put Brandon on the number 2, Lucas number 3, John number 4, George 5, Brian 6, Martin 7, James 8, Joe 9. All right, I may need a little help marshaling this race. If I can get a couple volunteers, we got our podium guys making their way out in just a moment. I'm also going to need Anthony to marshal. Anthony, I'm going to need you to turn marshal, please, bud. In fact, everyone get off the driver's stand. You're going to be chasing your car, like RC Rally style.
Everybody has to stop where they're at, wait for everybody to
We're going to be throwing yellow flags and... Oh, we're going to need some help out here, guys. I can use all my drivers from the last race, and I'm going to need a volunteer or two. I get all my drivers from that last race, please.
I'll figure it out eventually.
All right, folks. Grid is good. All right, we got our marshals out here. Thank you all. Drivers, best of luck. We are going racing in less than 5. Here we go. Got Anders leading them off. Lucas holding down that 2 spot. These guys making their way in front of the driver's stand, up the ladder, down the ladder, over that final double, and down the back straight. All right, Brandon Anders out front, followed by Lucas. And then we got John, George, Martin, James, Joe, and Brian. All right, 30 seconds in. Got Bander setting fast lap so far, 15.9, doing just fine. 45 seconds in, 5:15 to go. Careful up front, guys, careful up front. Got 50 seconds down, 5:10 remaining. Got Brandon holding down a 1.6 second lead. We got
5
Lucas
minutes
1.1
left.
ahead of John, John 1.1 ahead of George, George 1 ahead of Martin, Martin 0.6 ahead of Joe. Careful up front, guys, careful up front. All right, 1:15 down, 4:45 left. Minute 20 down, 4:40 remaining. All right, now it's going to be Lucas out front. driving the lilac and purple, making his way through that jelly roll, over the front double and up the ladder. Got Banders just 1.5 back. Emilio holding down the 3 spot, 1.8 behind Brandon. Yeah, minute 45 down, 4:15 to go. Careful up front, guys. Be careful up front. Cool. Thank you, Anthony. We got a minute 55 down, 4:05 to go.
4 minutes left.
All right, 2 down, 4 to go. Oh, we got Brandon back to the top spot. This time by John clocking in 1.3 back. Got George 0.5 behind John and Lucas 0.3 behind George. Got ourselves a battle for those final spots in the B main event. 2:30 down, 3:30 to go. Emilio holding down that final spot, but we got George and Lucas right there waiting for a mistake. All right, 2:40 down, 3:20 remains. That second spot battle making its way around the left side of the track. Lucas getting the spot there on George. Oh, a little bit of a bump there. Oh, a little more bumping here at the roller. John making his way back to
3
the
minutes
2.
left.
Ooh, George getting hung up just a little. Wheel to wheel there with Lucas. Got 2:50 to go, drivers. We're just past halfway. A fierce battle for the 2 spot. Oh, a little hang up there. Oh, George getting in trouble there. All right, battle continues down the back straight. These guys all still in it here. Martin in that battle, Brian in that battle. George is still in it. Heck, James is still in it too. Meanwhile, Brandon Anders now 9 seconds up on the field. Got Lucas in the 2, followed by Joe, John, Brian, Martin, George, and James. Got 2:10 remaining, drivers. Two minutes to go. Right now, Brandon 5.9 seconds ahead of Lucas. Lucas 2.5 ahead of Joe. Joe 0.4 ahead of John. John 0.9 ahead of Brian. Brian 2.4 ahead of George. George 0.1 ahead of Martin. Martin 0.4 ahead of James. We got a minute 40 to go, drivers. Careful on the back straight. Race leader having a little hiccup there. Still got a bit of a lead. See, gap between Brandon and Lucas now, 4.4 seconds. Race leader will be approaching traffic again here. Careful on the right side. All right, leader down the back straight. Run the green, purple, white. A minute 10 to go, drivers. Minute 5 remains. Brandon, Lucas, Joe, John, George, Martin, Brian, James. Your full running order here. Top 2 will make it to the B main here right now. That is Brandon and Lucas occupying those spots. 50 seconds left, drivers. 5:0 to go. $40 seconds remain. Third spot battle still going strong here. Joe versus John versus George. 25 seconds remain, drivers. Brandon now 7 up on Lucas. Lucas 2.5 ahead of Joe. Joe just ahead of John. Got 15 seconds, drivers. 1-5. Up next is our B main event. Time has expired. When you cross the line, you will be done.
George Laxon done. Banders done. Martin Arroyo done. Brian Merck done. James Colicchio done. All drivers are finished.
All right, folks, that will be a race. Moving on to the B main will be Brandon and Lucas. Our podium here will be Joe, John, and George, who had that fierce yet clean battle. Rest of the order will be Martin, Brian, and James.
The race is completed. Steve Loom. Rice Cakes. Ryan R. Randall. Jordan Rivera. AJ Cardinale.
Podium is going to be Joe John George.
Jimmy Blackwell.
All right, I need a little help on the left side, guys. I got a car down on the left. I need help on the left. Somebody give me a hand over by the bathroom corner, please. Hashtag no brakes.
Vanders.
All right, folks, let's line them up. I need one in the middle, maybe. One in the middle. All right, so we're going to put Jordan on the 2, Brian 3, Steve 4, Art 5, Ryan 6, Jimmy 7, Brandon 8, and Lucas 9. Oh, yeah, Jimmy. Yeah, there you go. And Brandon on the Ocho. Okay, grid is good. We got marshals, drivers, best of luck. Top 2 make it to the main. We're going racing in less than 5. Here we go. Got Rabar leading them off. Gross in the 2. All right, Jordan and Brian starting to break away just a little bit. Steve holding down the 3, trying to hold off Art. Oh, we got one out of the park. All right, 40 seconds in. BG out front. Rabar in the 2, followed by Steve and Art. And we got Brandon, Jimmy, Lucas, and Ryan. Got 50 seconds down. One minute in.
5 minutes left.
So BG 0.7 ahead of Jordan. Jordan is 0.9 ahead of Steve. Steve 1.3 ahead of Art. Art 3.7 ahead of Brandon. Brandon 1.7 ahead of Lucas. Race leaders down the back straight. Good teamwork there. Got a minute 25 down, 4:35 to go. A little trouble for BG. That is going to put Jordan up to the top spot. Down the back straight they go. Half a second apart. Trouble for Brian. Got a minute 45 down, 4:15 to go. Long race ahead, guys. Long race ahead. Careful on the back straight. Oh, need help on the back straight. Go inside.
4 minutes left.
Oh. We got 2:10 down, 3:50 to go. Jordan Ribera now 4 seconds up on Art Cardinale. Cardinale 1.1 ahead of Steve. Steve 5 ahead of Brandon. Brandon 2 ahead of Jimmy. Jimmy 3 up on Brian. Brian a lap up on Ryan. And Ryan just about a second and a half up on Lucas. Yeah, 3:20 to go, drivers. $250 down, 3:10 to go. Jordan now front, making his way to
3
the
minutes
rollers.
left.
Yeah, Art Cardinale about 2 seconds back. Art 0.8 ahead of Steve. Steve 8 seconds up on Brandon. Brandon 5 ahead of Jimmy. Jimmy 9 ahead of Ryan. Ryan 2 up on Lucas. 3:15 down, 2:45 remaining. All right, 2:30 to go, drivers. All right, now closest battle on track. It could be Art and Steve. That's for the final spot in the A main potentially. 2:15 to go. Jordan now 3 seconds up on Art. Art 1.2 ahead of Steve. Steve 10 ahead of Brandon. Brandon 3.2 up on Jimmy. Jimmy 9 seconds ahead of Ryan.
2 minutes
Careful
left.
on the back straight. That is clear. Minute 55 remains. All right, next race up will be our A main event. Careful in the middle, guys. Careful in the middle. It's getting cleared up. Minute 45 to go. $130 remains. 90 seconds left. Careful coming down the ladder, guys. That is clear. Minute 20 to go here. Wow, Brandon Andrews going 15-3. Way to be. So we got Jordan now 5 seconds up on Art. Art 8 ahead of Steve. Steve 3 ahead of Brandon. Brandon 3.5 ahead of Jimmy. Jimmy 8 ahead of Ryan. Ryan 9 ahead of Lucas.
1 minute left.
BG going 15-0 last time by. 55 seconds remain. Careful back. All clear. 45 seconds left. $35 seconds remain. Closest battle on track. Let's see. Jordan just 1.6 ahead of Art. And we got Steve about 2.5 ahead of Brandon. Brandon 2.8 ahead of Jimmy. 20 seconds left. Ten seconds. Careful in the middle, guys. Careful in that jelly roll.
Steve Loom done. Ryan R. Randall done. Jordan Rivera done. Jimmy Blackwell done. Vanders done. AJ Cardinale
And that
done.
will be a race, drivers.
Rice Cakes done.
Making it to the A main
All
tonight can be
drivers are
Jordan
finished.
and Art.
Lucas Sichiglos.
Podium will be Steve, Jimmy, and Brandon. Rest order, Ryan, Lucas, and Brian.
The race is completed.
Oh, leave that one, leave the one in your left hand there. Cool, thank you. No. Hey, Banders, podium.
Gunther. Cliff Lowe. Too Soon Jr.
All right, may
Nelson
need a
B.
little help turn marshaling here. Careful back straight, guys. Go inside, go low.
Jordan Rivera.
All right, I'm looking for my drivers from that previous group. I'm going to need the help from Steve, Jimmy, Brandon, Ryan, Lucas, and Brian. All right, guys, so line up here. We're going to get Bryant on the 2, Jeff on the 3, Nelson 4, Cliff 5, Kevin 6, Jordan
AJ
7,
Cardinale.
Art 8. All right, folks, grid is good. Drivers, best of luck. We are going racing in less than 5. And here we go. Oh, Bryant taking a tumble, but landing on all 4 wheels. He meant to do that. 15 seconds in. Ooh, opening the door just a bit. Opening door way open. But Miranda stumbling through, allowing Bryant to get back to the top. Got 25 seconds in. Down the back straight we go. Bryant, 0.9 ahead. Jeff, another tumble for Mirafuente. That's going to knock him back to the 3 spot. Oh, Jeff getting a little loose there. Bryant taking the inside there. Moving back to the 2. 45 in, 5:15 to go. And Bryant back to the front. Oh, Jeff hopping over the pipe there for a moment. We got ourselves a buggy train. Careful up front, guys. Careful right up front, right
5
up front. Be
minutes
careful up front. Got a minute 5 down, 4:55 remaining. Nelson B out front. Kevin Allen in the 2, followed by Jeff and Jordan. And we got Bryant, Art, and Cliff. 120 down, 440 left. Nelson B, 15-3, way to be. B. 125 down, 435 to go. All right, Nelson makes his way down the back straight. This time by, lead is 3 seconds. We got ourselves a battle for the 2 spot, and they get together. Yeah, 145 in, 4:15 to go. Oh, Nelson now 3 seconds ahead of Jeff. Jeff 0.1 ahead of
left.
Bryant. Bryant taking the opportunity there. Kevin about 3.5 seconds behind Jeff. Trouble in the middle, trouble in the middle. 3:45 remaining, drivers. Right now it's Nelson 1.8 ahead of Bryant. Bryant 1.3 ahead of Jeff. Jeff this time around 4.4 ahead of Jordan. Jordan is 1.9 ahead of Cliff. Cliff 0.5 ahead of Art. Art 1.4 ahead of Kevin. We got 3:20 to go, drivers. A little trouble for Jordan there. That's going to allow the rest of the pack to close in. Meanwhile, out front, Bryant is catching the race leader. They make their way over that final double and onto the back straight. 3 minutes down, and
3 minutes left.
top two cars making their way over that front double, up the ladder, down the ladder. Brian looking for the opportunity. They're trying to keep it clean.
Don't give it to him.
2:45 to go.
Make him take that crap.
All right, top two cars back into the jelly roll. Up the ladder once again. They're making their way over that final double. Now down the back straight. .2 is the gap. All right, we got 2:25 remaining.
Dang, dude.
.1, now the gap out front. We got those guys about 3 seconds ahead of Miranda. Miranda 1.7 ahead of Rabara. Rabara 2.4 up on Cliff. Cliff 0.7 ahead of Kevin. Kevin 2 ahead of Art. Got 2 minutes to go,
left.
drivers. And a little collision there. Bryant going for a move. Nelson not giving it to him, making him work for it tonight.
Mario Kart.
Minute 45 remains. 1.3, the gap between B and Mirafuente. Mirafuente 1.9 ahead of Miranda. Miranda half a second ahead of Jordan. A minute 30 remains, drivers. 90 seconds remain. Oh, B clips the pipe. Mirafuente shadowing him. Oh, getting a little loose there. He hit the tape. A minute 15 remains. Mirafuente now out front. Gap is 2 seconds. Got Nelson 1 ahead of Jeff. Jeff 1.8 ahead of Jordan. Jordan 1 ahead of Cliff. Cliff 1.4 ahead of Kevin. And Kevin 3 seconds up on Art.
1 minute left.
A minute to go, drivers. .45 seconds left. .40 seconds remain. .35 to go. .20 seconds to go, drivers. Closest battle looks to be Jordan versus Kevin there. 15 seconds left. God, Jeff within striking distance. We'll see what happens here. 8 seconds left. Time has expired.
Gumpa done. AJ Cardinale done. Cliff Loom done. Nelson B done. Too Soon Jr. done. Kevin Allen done. All drivers are finished.
Whew, that will
Jordan
be a
Rivera
race,
done.
guys. Bryant taking down the W there. Nelson in the 2 spot, and Jeff will stand on the podium with him. Rest of the order will be Kevin, Jordan, Art, and Cliff. All right, folks, thank you all for coming out. We'll be doing it again on Friday. Racing starts at 7. Also, Roar Regional Championship this weekend on Sunday. Be doing a track change Saturday night. If you want to get pit spot early, come help us Saturday night. All right, thank you guys.
The race is completed.